Everybody, welcome to News by Muse. We are taking a moment to talk about this great film, The Italians. We have Rob Estes, Michelle Danner, who directed the film and is stars in it as well, doing double duty on this movie. But what a great, fun family movie based on an Italian family. Michelle, let's start with you. When you got the chance to direct and tell this story, how excited were you not only to really elaborate on it, but also be able to put a cast of actors that is just amazing and fits so well in their roles?
It's so interesting when you get ready to prepare to shoot a film, it can fall apart at any moment because that's just the nature of it. I'm prepping for a movie right now, and there are so many variables to it. So, first, this movie fell in place very easily. It was just meant to be. Everybody that I called said that they loved the script and they wanted to do it. Um, I was trying to raise money, which of course is one of the hardest things. And I found myself driving for several hours and pitching the project. And I was prepared to put in my own money, and then this other money came in. And I have to say, looking back on it now, because it's been a little bit, it fell into place. And so when you look back at your life and you look back at the things that are meant to be at the end of the day, I think there's an ease about them. So I was excited to get that cast. I was excited to just be able to do it. And yeah, and we made a movie. Now with Mother's Day coming up, after this, I'm going to tape a little quick thing for social media for Mother's Day. I think this is a movie that people can watch with their families, can watch with their mothers, whether they have a mother that is a little similar to her or not at all, and maybe relate to something.
Yep.
There'll be some people who are thankful they don't have a mother like you, and there are some people who go, I had a mother just like her. Um, you're a great mother in this piece, in this movie, yeah, as in real life.
Yeah,
Um,
that she
you're,
loves her son. Yeah, she loves her
yeah,
husband. She
yeah.
forgives. She forgives her husband. She forgives.
He forgives her husband. Well, I didn't do anything. What are you saying?
Oh, you did enough. You did enough.
Damn
So,
it.
how did the story come about? Like, because
Lisa
it's a
Liska, who is the writer, brought me the play, ages ago. It seems like a century ago, and we did a reading of it at the theater that I had at the time in Santa Monica, and we're like, yeah, this could be a great play. But then COVID happened, right? And or it could be a great movie. And so it ended up being the route of, making it happen on film. Um, it's a story that a lot of families can relate to, even though they might not be Italian American. It's about family. So that's how it came about. We worked on several drafts of the script. That journey when you're getting ready to shoot a movie and you keep doing draft after draft after draft, trying to find the right Rubik's Cube is daunting, but we did it, and we finally got to a place where we said this is a great blueprint to go on set and play we did.
yes, and
As a
I think that
behind the scenes story, Michelle, her son Nico, who was setting this up, he helped write a lot of it. Can you imagine sitting with your mother, who's really your mother, about bringing home a girl, and she's like, the script better be good, or you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Like to be doing it with Michelle and be like, hey, this better be good, or I'm gonna gut you.
yeah.
But there's a process where you do the shooting script, right? So the writer gives you this great story, this great script, which Lisa did, and then you do your thing. And writers are not always thrilled about that. I'm going through it as we speak,
No.
because you get attached to what you wrote, to the words, and then the director comes in, and they have a vision of how they want to tell the story, and then you get very specific. And so there's this thing that they say, I hate this saying. They say you have to be willing to kill your babies. I hate that. But they're referring to the words, the lines, the characters, the plot. You got to kill
But
everybody.
it's right. I mean, ultimately, it's a group creative in the moment effort. And if any one person is so married to their own idea, I think it takes a lot of the creativity out of it and in the moment. I mean, that's what was so great about this. I mean, Michelle put together this amazing cast, and we just got there and played. and stuck to the script mostly. But Michelle, her ego, we all have ego, but her ego isn't, stuck on whether it's her ideas or somebody else's idea. What idea works? What's going to work in the moment? What tells the story best? How does this film get better and better? And that's kind of the process that Abigail, Matt, pair everybody jumped
Amy.
into, and it worked.
Yeah,
And we had fun, man. And I think some of that shows up in the movie on film.
totally. The whole
And
cast, including me, we had fun.
yeah, and sometimes you notice that when the writing is done and you go in to actually shoot it, sometimes the lines don't always flow, and you got to keep that authenticity of what's going on when you're filming on set to make it feel real. And sometimes the writing doesn't always translate into, and I'm learning this with a lot of the productions that we're doing now. It's very you have to, and it's like, sorry, I know you wrote this, but it just doesn't flow. Has to have a
Yeah.
flow to it, and it's just interesting. I have to touch upon this cast though, with Rob, with you, with our good friend, a good friend of mine, Lainey Kazan.
Ooh, she was
It,
so good.
oh, she's so good in this, so
Jeez.
good. What has it been like,
She
Abigail?
stole, she stole every damn scene.
Mhm.
Yes.
She's a scene thief.
And
And
it
I love
reminded
every
me,
second of it.
and it reminded me of my grandma,
Oh,
a good grandma who, you know, sometimes she'll cause or make something or do something, and then she'll just want to sit back and just go, "Let me get some popcorn. Let me just watch this."
let
It was
me
just
observe what I've created. This is
yes,
good.
Which
working
is,
around
yeah.
this cast, Rob and Michelle, and putting this thing together. What was it like to play off of each other because it felt so organic, so natural? You're feeling as an audience member sitting in the room with everybody, and I just love that fact.
That's the nicest compliment you could give actor, director, anything on a film that it's like you're a fly on the wall in that. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's what we were
It,
gunning for.
it was great. Rob and I have history of having worked together. And one of the very notable, theatrical experiences that we had was a few decades ago at the Hudson Theater in Hollywood. We did the Tennessee Williams play of The Rose Tattoo. It was a revival that hadn't been done at the time in LA in 18 years. And we ran for almost a year to awards, great reviews, 21 people on stage and a goat, uh,
That's a
kids,
bonus.
music. And
Oh my
every
God.
night, yeah, that was, it always remained such a great memory. Actually, I have the frame of it here. Every night I looked into Rob's eyes and I just lost myself and I just went. And the same exact thing happened on the set of this movie. I
For
just,
both of us.
yeah, we just
I
looked
mean,
into,
if we broke down the hours, I don't even know what it would be, but I bet we've spent hundreds of hours on either a theater stage or a movie stage. I mean, it's just like you can't, it's hard to recreate that. It just feels so, I never feel stressed. It just flows. So it's so fun, to have that history.
yep, we just had a great time. It was a roller coaster of fun. And, I had said that to myself, though, if you're going to direct it and you're going to act in it, you need to have fun in this. If not, what's the point? Um, but, it was just, Rob was obviously my first choice.
Oh,
And so
love that. Thank you.
I remember telling that to my son, who I work with, as we were
Nick was like,
swimming.
Mom, no, not him. God, that fucking guy. Really? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, he was like, he trusts my instincts. But it
Uh,
was, but somehow Rob had changed his number, so I had to get in touch. So I wrote a letter to the agent. It was a whole thing to track him down. And then he had
I'm
tried
so
to track
glad
me
you
down
did.
too, unbeknownst to me. So anyway, all I'm saying is that this was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. We were going to do this, and and the rest of the cast. I mean, to watch Lainey Kazan in front of every audience that we have seen it in and the festival circuit. We had a festival, showings, and including I wasn't there just now. Even the ones that I wasn't there, it showed at the Westchester Film Festival to a crowd that basically it brought the house down. And Lainey brings the house down. She is a show stealer. There is no question about it, and we're happy to let her steal the show.
Since you can steal the whole, steal away, honey.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
go.
Just to keep on leaning because we actually had her. My business partner Hannah Fletcher has her new talk show, and she was a guest on her talk show, and I was able to be in the green with her room with her and talk to her not only about acting but also the her legacy of being an amazing singer and who she
Hmm.
knew. The stories that she was telling me were just like fascinating, and to know Frank Sinatra and the
Oh,
Rat
she was in
Pack,
the thick of it.
I was
Yeah.
like, I knew you were a legend before I even met you, and you just raised that up to another bar. And I see now interacting, and I see her acting in a different light now. It's like it's almost like just you're just amazing in what she's done. It's just awesome.
She's a
Well
great
said.
performer.
Well said
Yeah,
Yeah.
and accurate.
yeah, exactly. And you've been able to do something with all the whole cast that's really going to resonate with a lot of families, because we've all, in some way, shape, or form, we've all gone through this. And we all have a
That's
mom
what's
that
true.
like with mine, there was a situation we can't say about because this is a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
want to get in trouble or get sued. But we've all been in these situations, and in my case, my mom was always right. You may not know it in the beginning, but then as you go down the road, you realize mom has an intuition, and mom's always right. In this case, it's a little different. But yeah, it's just there's something about moms, especially with Mother's Day coming up this weekend. It's a good movie to watch with your mom if your mom's still around, to
She's
be able
still
to sit down and watch with your mom.
And if
I
she's not
agree.
around, she's with you anyway.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And I think that's it reminds me, my mom's passed away like 18 years ago. And seeing this movie really made me miss her a lot
Well,
because
it's
you miss
interesting
that.
because there was a lot of mother energy
Hmm.
in this. Michelle, I mean, she'll speak for herself. I lost my mother like maybe 8 months before,
Hmm.
and she showed up in this film. Um, yeah, this real, I didn't look at it that way, but it's so accurate. This is a great Mother's Day movie.
Hmm.
totally. But you had lost your mother weeks before we started to
Yeah,
shoot.
it was very close to when we shot. So,
I had lost her a couple of years before,
uh,
and at the end, spoiler, there's for my mother Loredana, which is the very reason why I made this movie. I understood, wanting to make an Italian woman that was a passionate woman with so much love to give and, and grudges to hold and grudges that she was willing to let go of and forgive, to make her come to life. And so my mother was certainly an inspiration. I think that are many scenes I conjured her when I was on set. And, I wanted to say something in the movie that, the people that we love will always be with us no matter what.
Yeah.
Even though if they're on earth or not on earth, they're with us. Well, hopefully in heaven, but they're with us.
Yeah.
yeah, and in lineage as well. I mean, yeah, they're always here.
Yep, exactly. And there's times where I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, and I still feel my grandma and my mom. Like if a chancla's hitting me in the back of the head, it's still to this day at 50, and I'm just like, okay,
Okay,
there you go, there you go.
it's a good boy. That's a
Yeah,
good boy.
exactly. It's like it's that family dynamic, and that's something that we don't really see on television or on film. That good family dynamic. Uh, in any type of project anymore.
Yeah,
And
well,
this is a project that's great for that.
yeah, yeah. And I like how, I mean, family's sloppy. There's a lot of love, but you got to put it out there and be true to who you are and let the chips fall. And one of the things I enjoyed in this film is, you know, my family kind of keeps things under the cuff, right? So you
Mhm.
don't really know what's happening. You're like, okay, so what do you what are you really thinking? And this is not my family, like myself and my kids, we throw it out there. But growing up, it wasn't like that. And I much prefer when everybody's being authentic and throwing it out there and then dealing with it, which we do in this. And then by the end, everybody's grown a little bit, you know? I think Vincenzo in this movie, he's got a lot of heart, but he's kind of lost. And I think Angelina's lost because she's very set in her ways, and everybody kind of comes to the middle. And by the end of it, we've all grown a little bit. The arcs have been pretty strong in the film, even for Matt. Everybody, except
Totally,
Laney. Laney didn't change at all.
they totally learned something. I love in my family, everything was on the table. Thus, the log line of the movie in this family, everything's on the table. So we said everything. So that moment when my son, Nico says, why are you so mean? And I go, oh, I don't like her. That would be something that would happen in our family. It's like, you're so mean.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am mean. That's right. Because that's who I am with no apologies.
Yeah. Yeah. And in other families, maybe that wouldn't be said, but then you don't really know what's happening, right?
That's
It's like,
right.
oh, well, she likes me. No, she doesn't. She hates you. Or, it's there's just an authenticity to this that is very attractive to me. I wish we all had a little more of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And as we get close to wrapping this up, a final question. It's finally out on VOD. I saw it via Prime Video. What can you tell the audience to get this, to rent it or buy it now? Because this is such a great movie for this weekend.
Well, something that has blown my mind, I have to tell you. I thought maybe 10 people would buy this movie. And close to 1,000 people have bought it. Like, I don't buy movies, I basically rent them.
Yeah.
So that surprised me. People are watching it. We're an independent movie. We're doing grassroots campaign. We are on Amazon Prime exclusively, probably till the end of the summer. And then we will be on other platforms such as Vudu and Google Play, Apple, Tubi, all those other platforms. But right now we're exclusively on Amazon Prime, and people are watching it, and we really hope that people will continue to watch.
Yeah.
Well, and I say on Mother's Day, right? You got to eat good food, right? Somebody's going to cook. A dad's going to have to step up and cook. So our movie's going to make you laugh, make you cry, and it's going to make you hungry.
Exactly. That's right.
Exactly. Rob, Michelle, thank you so much for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. If you want to watch this film, and I say you should watch this film, we're going to put a link in below. It helps the filmmakers and it helps us as well to be able to continue doing this on Amazon Prime. We'll have the link. You'll be able to find it. Get it now. Get it this weekend. Watch it with your mom and your family. You're going to love it. Rob, Michelle, thank you so much for stopping with us.
Michael, nice to meet you. Pleasure. Good
Thank you so
job.
much.
Bye,
Bye.
Michelle.